Hey everybody, welcome to the StonedWallJackson Show, broadcasting to y'all from the Stoned Network. Hope everybody's doing alright. Gonna read y'all some news. Hopefully I can get this article to pop up here for y'all. Bombshell. Sacrificing children to the state of California. SB 18. Watch out for the big money behind this operation. It's the secret. This article is dedicated to Patrick Wood, author of Technocracy Rising, a book everyone should read. Yesterday, a bill introduced by the notorious Richard Pan, the mover and shaker behind the mandatory vaccination law in California. This new one, SB 18, is a grab bag of generalities, basically giving over care of children to the state. Catch the flavor of the wording. It emerges like swamp gas. The legislator finds and declares that all children and youth, regardless of gender, class, race, ethnicity, national origin, culture, religion, immigration status, sexual orientation, or ability, have inherent rights that entitle them to protection, special care, and assistance, including but not limited to the following: the right to parents, guardians, or caregivers who act in their best interest, the right to live in a safe and healthy environment, the right to social and emotional well-being, the right to opportunities to attain optimal cognitive, physical, and social development, the right to appropriate quality education and life skills leading to self-sufficiency in adulthood, the right to appropriate quality health care. As if all these outcomes could be delivered to children on a silver platter, and the state would make it so. This bill is basically setting up the population of California for state regulatory agencies to fill in the blanks later, to make specific controls out of the vague generalities in the bill. Get it? Medical care and nutrition and parenting and education are what we say they are. We define and enforce. You obey. SB 18 is also an invitation to immigrants anywhere in the world who can get to California with their children or will give birth to children after arriving. Just be here and we'll take care of you. But let's go to the money. In SB 18, a group is referred to the Peninsula Partnership Leadership Council. This council has already written a Children's Bill of Rights, and SB 18 is saying this is the model. This is the framework. This is the pattern they're following. That's odd. Pay attention. This is where it becomes very interesting. The Peninsula Partnership is a group organized within the San Mateo County Office of Education. One piddling little California County Education Department. The Peninsula Partnership Leadership Council, PPLC, is composed of the San Mateo County Superintendent of Schools, the County Board of Supervisors, and the Silicon Valley Community Foundation. And now we hit pay dirt. The Silicon Valley Community Foundation. Bam! It's a non-profit that has assets of $7.3 billion. It runs 1,800 philanthropic funds. Here are some of the corporate partners: Alexa Pharmaceuticals, Microsoft, PepsiCo Foundation, Cisco, Hewlett-Packard, Dell, Symantec, Unilever, plus something called the SV2 Silicon Valley Social Venture Fund, building and scaling social inventions. Excuse me, people. For some reason, this huge foundation is pushing a Children's Bill of Rights that is reflected in a new California bill, SB 18, that will eventually make the state the top dog controlling force over all children in California. You can bet these corporate partners will reap profits. Beyond that, this is their version of a massive social engineering program, and that the program is part of a technocratic movement to plan, format, and run the lives of the population from cradle to grave, because the high-tech scientists and engineers know best. It's that stark. They should rule the future because they can plot and chart it out. Based on their version, you weren't consulted of greatest good for the greatest number. The best place to start: the children. This is technocracy incorporated at work. This is what's behind SB 18, and none of the high-tech giants see a problem at all. All they see is a scientific solution that's best for everyone. They're taking new steps and leading us into the promised land. This is the big picture, and it's bigger than any election or political party. It's the planned society. It absolutely ignores your freedom or independent choice. Obama accelerates troop deployments in Eastern Europe. Rush to provoke war with Russia prior to Trump's inauguration. The Obama administration, not content to let an opportunity to antagonize Russia pass by, has announced the acceleration of pre-planned troop deployments to counter Russian aggression in Eastern Europe. The decision was announced publicly following a meeting between Polish Defense Minister Antoni Macierewicz and Lieutenant General Ben Hodges, the commander of the U.S. Army Europe. Macierewicz said he was very happy that a decision has been taken by the U.S. side for an earlier deployment. The United States will reportedly deploy the 3rd Armored Brigade Combat Team, a component of the 4th Infantry Division currently based at Fort Carson, Colorado, to the western Polish city of Zagon sometime in early January. According to Hodges, the unit has already left Fort Carson and is preparing to travel by ship to the German port city of Bremerhaven. In addition, a separate battalion currently based in Germany will be redeployed to the northeastern Polish city of Orzisz at the start of April. Orzisz lies near the Russian enclave of Kaliningrad, where Russian President Vladimir Putin has accelerated the deployment of nuclear-capable Iskander-M missiles. The continued deployment of troops to Eastern Europe is expected to serve as a deterrent to Russia President Vladimir Putin's alleged expansionist intentions. I'm confident in the very powerful signal, the message it will send that the United States, along with the rest of NATO, is committed to deterrence. Hodges said, "I'm excited about what my country is doing, and I'm excited about continuing to work with our ally, Poland." The decision to accelerate U.S. troop deployments to Eastern Europe prior to Donald Trump's inauguration follows a decision reached at a NATO summit in Warsaw this past July to permanently station 4 battalions in the Baltic states and Poland. The continued provocation of Russia by deploying troops to countries along its border is made more troubling by the jingle-stick rhetoric by many of the establishment in the United States, who are suggesting we are already at war with Russia due to the Russian government's supposed manipulation of the American presidential election in favor of Donald Trump. "We are at war with Russia," said Keith Olbermann, or perhaps more correctly, we have lost a war with Russia without a battle. We are no longer a sovereign nation. We are no longer a democracy. We are no longer a free people. We are the victims of a bloodless coup. So far, a bloodless coup engineered by Russia with the traitorous indifference of the Republican Party. Trump understands China is the real threat. Trump will take on the communist Chinese when he gets in office. Today, China threatened trade sanctions against American automakers GM and Ford, as pictures show them weaponizing artificial islands they created in the South China Sea to seize control of international waters. But the Washington political establishment and press are focused on attacking Russia, while China makes aggressive nationalist and protectionist moves against the U.S. Trump gets it, and the China know he's a very adventurous strategist. David Knight breaks down the multi-level chess game going on between Trump, Russia, and China, while U.S. democracies play checkers. I thank y'all for listening to my radio show. This is StonedWallJackson Show, broadcasting y'all from the Stonewall Network. If y'all like my show, make sure y'all like my show, subscribe to my radio show, and follow me on Facebook. Thank y'all.